And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft. And we have the orb going full blast here. The other turbine is pretty much at speed, so we've got 315,000 RF per tick going into there. We got a good old 14 billion RF saved up already, and it just sits and charges. It's good times. So yeah, good times all around. So one of the things is, the Pinkness Cafe needed some fish. So rather than sitting and fishing, and getting one at a time, we built this little resources fisher from Industrial Foregoing. And we didn't charge it with an Entangle Portal. We just use an energy cell, and it works. It works fine, and we can just recharge it right over here, and it gives these guys something to do every once in a while, because one charge of this pretty much fills half this crate, and we have this set up to filter all of the different things out of it that we don't want, because it pulls in leather and bone and all sorts of things. Pretty much all the stuff that you can get fishing, this thing can pull in. And so we've got some things, boots and fishing rods and, all this stuff just goes into the trash, along with all of this stuff here. So you get saddles and rotten flesh and tripwire hooks.
We could craft it. I threw it.
Yeah, we have plenty of all of this stuff. Plus we can craft saddles, so we don't really need saddles around. And then the other thing that you get from this, amazingly enough, is enchanted books. And so we have a filter set to ignore metadata and ignore NBT whitelisted on enchanted books. And lo and behold, we've got lots of enchanted books. Now, if you find yourself with a lot of enchanted books, especially ones that have multiple enchants on them. So like this first one here has got reading, holding, efficiency, and protection. We can take that out, and we can go to the button machine, otherwise known as the atomic reassembler, and toss that in, hit the button, and it pops all of the books out into individual books. So we've been doing this now for a little while, and we've got ourselves a little collection of books. So I'm going to go show that little collection of books off. And we tried to organize it. We tried. We're right over here. So we've got ourselves a bookshelf system for all of the different kinds of books that we can get. So like this holding 4, we got holding is the bottom shelf there. And then the next one is efficiency 4. And efficiency is right over here. We got a lot of these. And protection 3, well, protection is way over here. The top shelf there. And then reading, well, we've got a couple readings already, and there's really only one purpose to them, so we've just been trashing those. So yeah, we've got ourselves a pretty good collection. We've got a couple cases up here with a bookworm and a super book. Just for reasons, I'll grab this and show you lots of different enchants on this thing. It's like the master book right there. But yeah, I wanted this to become sort of our enchanting area. So we have a couple machines that we can build that will help us do the enchanting system, because there are a few enchants that we may want, and it's going to be separate from this enchanter that we have here. This thing can actually craft, a few things, but doesn't craft enchantments. And then over, I think, was it over here? It was somewhere. Where was it? We had essence. Maybe that was it was in the community server. We had.
No, we have a. Oh yeah, a black hole tank with.
Well, no,
knowledge?
Something to apply enchant. Oh, maybe it's this thing.
No, we don't.
There it is. Arcane Ensorcellator.
Yeah.
basically you put a book in and you put an ingredient in, and it'll give you a low level of whatever book, and then you can take the fortune 1, 2 fortune 1s and an anvil will create a fortune 2, and then 2 fortune 2s will make a fortune 3. So you can just craft the book, put the emerald in, and use the essence of knowledge, which we are grinding up the solidified experience to make essence of knowledge as needed. So it works out really well. There are other things that we're going to want, though, and we're going to do Enchan. Okay, so there's a few other machines that we can actually use. One is the enchantment extractor, which will essentially extract an enchantment off of a tool or a piece of armor and put it onto a book. There's the enchantment applicator, which is the opposite, which takes a enchanted book and a piece of weapon or armor and puts the enchant on. And the enchantment factory will actually just take weapons or armor and just apply enchantments to them. Okay, so we're going to want an enchantment applicator, which, wow, 3 anvils. I'm gonna do these in a recipe just because these are a little quirky to craft. And the enchantment extractor, well, I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. I just wanted these 2. Okay, so ENC. Okay, I want an enchantment applicator, which is using some anvils, which is why I wanted to craft that. An enchantment factory, which is actually a pretty helpful thing. Okay, coming over here, this is going to be kind of our enchantment area over here. I would like to set these up from the floor. So we're going to do an enchantment factory, and we are going to do a enchantment applicator right over here. And we can still get in and look at all the books, all that kind of stuff. These need essence. So the mob essence that we are storing over here, we need this stuff. So it looks like essence is going into a black lime tank.
They really need mob essence? I thought it was knowledge.
No, the knowledge is for the Enscorsolator thing only. So we're going to do a tank. Let's pull that up. And then we're going to need a lime piece of wool. So let me grab one of those. And that'll give us the lime tank. And then we're just going to need 1 ink on that. So we put this here. We put the ink in the middle. And lo and behold, we've got essence. I love this mod. So handy. So, where do we want the essence? Well, I think we're just going to put it right in the middle. And then the essence tank, this side is going to be right. So I want to do that side. And the essence tank on this is going to be the left side. And we can click that thing. And it literally will drain into both of these machines. Which is great. This is what we want. And I actually can't move it fast enough. Wow. That is surprising. It's pulling out fast. Huh. I honestly thought we were going to do better than that. And I've got 53 levels on me. Wow. Those dragons really give you some levels. Okay, so there's 32 buckets in each one of these. So the enchantment factory, let's like take this diamond axe and put it in here. It will take the diamond axe, apply enchantments to it, use essence, and put it in the output. So, I mean, there's really not a whole lot of reason to... You can... what am I thinking? You can automate this process, but we're not going to use it very much. And we're going to do power supply. Okay, now I need some flux ducts. So a couple of these. Now we've got power. So if I go to the enchantment factory and I put like the diamond axe in there, boink. Now it has insight and efficiency. I mean, insight is fine and dandy and all that. Not sure what insight does. Some of these enchantments are wild, but that you know it basically works pretty well. You can't put it back once it's enchanted. You can't put it back in there. The enchantment applicator, however, you can do that. So let's grab one unbreaking, wherever that may be. We just set this up so it's a little harder to see. So we've got a bunch of unbreaking 3 books. I'm going to go to the enchantment applicator. I'm going to do the diamond axe and the unbreaking, and lo and behold, it pops unbreaking onto that. So it's sort of like an anvil, only instead of using XP from you, it just uses essence. And we've got over 100,000 buckets of essence, so I'm not too concerned with using all of that. But I wanted to get this system set up to show that, you know, once you're this far into the game, you shouldn't have any problems, you know, applying different, you know, enchantments onto things. The other cool thing that you can do is these flux capacitors. By default, the resonant tier holds 25 million RF, right? Well, if we go over to where we have holding, and we go, I want some holding 4, and we go to the enchantment applicator, and we put this in here, no, this in here, with a holding 4, lo and behold, it now holds 75 million RF. So we tripled the amount of RF this thing can hold. And now the charger thing that we have in the basement, this thing right here, is working on charging that up. It's going to take it a bit. But now we can take those, you know, these flux capacitors and really ramp up how much power is in them. And the same is true for, let me pull my backpack out here, these energy cells. So this energy cell resonant tier, well, if I grab another holding and I do enchantment applicator and I do battery and enchantment, look at that. From 50 to 150 million RF now in this thing, which is glorious. So I'm going to take this, instead of charging it here at home, I kind of want to charge it over on our wood system over here, just because, you know, we've got lots of
things and stuff,
lots of power, and I just kind of want to get this system. You know, it just passively gives power. So these two are both okay. That one is actually starting to go. Let me make sure. Okay, the back is blue. That's where it's getting power. So yeah, these will just sit and charge, and I can take like this one, and I can apply that holding to. So if we ever need power, like remotely, we're now tripling the amount of power that we're able to drop in a battery, which, you know, as far as like if we ever need to do that fissure again, which I highly doubt,
yeah,
we don't really need to worry about that. So holding, I'm going to grab a couple of these books and go to here, and first battery, second battery. No, not you. I want you over here. Now, if we want to charge these up a little bit faster, we can drop them right next to an entangle porter, and they will charge up very fast.
basically instantly, or it used to be instantly anyway.
Well, it depends on how much power you're pushing into it. I've only got 2 cables going into this right now, so the most it can do is about 800,000 RF per tick. But these things are limited to actually 25,000 RF per tick. So there's the first one.
I shifted
And
right in time.
take this and put this here. Wait, why are you charged already? Oh, you're charged. You are not charged. That's what we're going for. There we go. It just automatically filled the spot. So if we go out to our battery or our orb really quick. Oh, get up here. Oh. You can see. Is it done charging already?
The battery's done down here.
Oh, that's why I didn't catch it in time. Didn't catch it in time. Oh well. Oh, where am I going? Okay, let me grab this. There we go. Now we've got a metric ton of power ready to go. Just with this little, that enchantment of holding is really nice. Now the other thing that we can do to sort of make sure we don't run out of books is using Bibliocraft. There is a couple blocks that we're going to want. One of them is, let's see if I can find it. I think it's called like the typesetting table. Where would that be? I'm not seeing it for some reason.
I always just go at Biblio.
I do. I'm looking at them right now. Typesetting table. There it is. So this uses printing press thing, and then typesetting table. I may have all that, so let's put that in there. And then we need the printing press and blocks of iron. This must be a heavy block. With these two, we can actually duplicate. Let's put it over here. I want to do the typesetting table here. Printing press there. Ooh. So we're going to want some frames. These printing press chase. I think it is. Or no. Yeah. Printing press chase, which uses slabs. Okay, printing press chase. I want to do or dictionary substitutes because it's using wood slabs. Now I can craft a bunch of these. Let's craft 64 of these. And there's that sound again. I keep trying to get rid of it, but it just doesn't go away. So there's a stack of those. I think that's what goes in here. Yep, right there. Then what you do is you find a book that you want to replicate. Let's do holding. I've used a couple of these. So holding 4, you put this on this side. And if you want to duplicate it, I think you have to sneak right click on this side.
The book.
Oh, you sneak right click the book? There we go. So that gives me an enchanted plate. Enchanted plate goes back in here, right on that printing press. We need some ink because we're printing books. So the ink goes right over here. And now it's ready to print books. So if we grab just some blank books, we got lots and lots of, things that we don't need. So books go there, and it prints a copy. Eventually, there's a copy. So there's another holding 4 book. it will print 3 copies before it breaks that plate, and you need to make a new plate. And as you saw, I went from 54 experience down to 13 when I copied that book over and made the plate out of it. So it uses quite a bit of experience to actually make these.
And this helps you. Then this tells you what.
Yeah, the monocle, you can use the monocle or you can use the reading glasses. So if I grab these and put these on and put the... Yeah, I've got nerdy glasses on now. Put this in...
Reading Warlock Buggy.
So you can see it requires 40 levels for the enchanted book. It actually tells you when you have the glasses on. It requires 40 levels. And there's another holding book.
Tells you that there's 17 books in that stack. That's kind of cool. There's 63 of these left.
Yep.
Nice.
So this little system, that's why I have like the experience right here and all of the stuff right around here. Put those 2 back. So you basically net gain 2 books from every one that you duplicate. So it is a way of duplicating your enchanted books if you find yourself using, more than you have. And yeah, it's all good. So that is the enchanting system in a nutshell. And I just wanted to cover that just so everybody who saw this bookshelf last episode was like, hey, wait, what was that thing again?
I just tried to fly without my helmet on.
Uh-oh. And I'm going to put the nerdy glasses back. And then close that. There we go. So yeah, 40 levels. The higher the enchant on the book, the more levels it takes. So those holding 4s, cost a pretty penny compared to like protection 1 or something like that. So just be aware that the higher the level the enchant, the more it's going to cost. And if you have, like me, 200,000 of the solidified experience, you really don't need to worry about it, because the mob farm has been going, and we have near infinite amounts of experience, so we don't need to worry about it. So that is the enchanting system in a nutshell. And next episode, we are going to tackle a big project as an alternative to the Draconic Orb battery. If you find yourself not wanting one of these, there is an alternative in mechanism, but it's quite the process. Let's just put it that way. But I want to show that on camera just in case somebody wants to play around with it and build one up.
I even found a disc rack from Bibliocraft. We don't have any discs, but...
Is it for, like, specific records?
Well, so you can put in the note in the box.
Oh, okay. It's like a big CD rack.
I tried to put one in there, but we don't have one.
We haven't done a lot of, like, dungeon exploring.
Yeah.
So, oh well. All right. Well, that will do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.